Hello. I'll try not to go too fast, but my phone it can't really take videos for too long. So I hope it won't cut off. um so I'm sorry it's the middle of the night, but it's the only time I get schoolwork done. Um so yeah. Sorry I'm not dressed right. I probably look like one of the prisoners in the Holocaust, but it's the middle of the night. And besides, that's my topic for today. The the concentration camps where the prisoners were. Have you ever met a person with a stone heart? That's what could have been thought of Hitler during the Holocaust. He hated nations and he wanted to wipe them out of the face of the earth. And that's why the concentration camps are very interesting, because of the prisoners that have been there, because of the treatment that the prisoners, well, got, and because of the Jews that were in those prisons. So, the types of prisoners that were in the concentration camps were usually Jews, political prisoners, and prisoners accused of asocial and deviant behavior, and gypsies. The two nations that Hitler wanted to get rid of were Jews and gypsies, the main nations. The way prisoners were treated in the concentration camps is one of the saddest parts of the Holocaust, because they were killed really often. There were no control over the soldiers, and they could just kill whoever they want, whenever they want. Because of the bad conditions in the camps, they usually died because of starvation, exhaustion, and exposure. And when World War II broke out, the prisoners were made to make weapons for Germany. So, another interesting part, the third one, about the concentration camps were the Jews that were there. They were the nation that suffered the most from Hitler. Jews were hated by Germans. Hitler, he didn't like them, so he made his whole country believe that Jews were bad guys and that they needed to be wiped out from the face of the earth. They taught that in schools, and they didn't hide that they disliked Jews. The Jews, once Hitler he got up to power, he put all the Jews into camps. And they couldn't protect themselves, and there was nothing they could do about it. They only could trust God that He would help them through this hard time of life. So, in conclusion, there are many life lessons that we can learn from this. First of all, Hitler hated Jews, and that hate hurt that nation a lot. It almost destroyed them. He wanted to put them off the face of the earth. And God, He keeps His promises. He said that they wouldn't be wiped out of the face of the earth, but that they would be punished, that other nations would hold them in prison. And God, He still loves His nation, but He just punishes him like a father punishes his son, because he doesn't listen to him. And the third lesson that we can get from this is that we need to love our enemies. The Jews, they had a very hard time there, but the Christians, they tried to love their enemies, and they could show God's love to the people in the concentration camps. It was a very great time for them to witness there, because they would try to be happy there, and they were not afraid of anything because God was with them. And so some unbeliever gypsy could come up to them and say, "Hey, what are you so happy about? We're in this dungeon here, and we're probably gonna die here." And he could just say, the Christian Jew, he could say, "God, He saved me, and I have nothing to be afraid of." And that was a great time to witness there. So that's all, I think. Um, bye.